So, have you heard guys, magkakabalikan na raw ang Eraserheads permanently ngayong 2025. As an Eraserheads super fan, what are my thoughts about it? Pag-usapan natin. This is Usapang Lasing. Hi everyone, my name is NJ Mijares and in this channel, I review beers. But in this first of a series, naisip ko why don't we talk about the latest and the most current and the most trending topics dito sa Pilipinas. But before anything else, because this is Usapang Lasing, of course, dapat meron tayong iniinom. Ang iinumin natin tonight ay this is Lost Cause. Ano nga ba to? Ang iinumin natin tonight is an IPA from Japan. This is called Lost Coast. Lost Coast Brewery India Pale Ale. This beer, mabibili nyo to sa Central Craft Beverages. It's a website, delivery service ng mga unusual na craft beers. Meron silang mga local, Pinoy craft beers, and meron din silang mga imported na liquors, whiskeys, wines, and all of those alcoholic drinks. Check it out, Central Craft Beverages. I will leave a link down in the descriptions. This beer is 6.5% alcohol by volume. Let's taste it. Cheers! Sarap. Alright, so let's get back to the topic. Mainit na pinag-uusapan ngayon yung balita na magkakabalikan na nga yung Eraserheads. Ang Eraserheads, if you don't know guys, it's one of the most, or if not the most influential, the most popular, and the biggest, and the most selling Filipino band ever in the world. Nag-peak yan nung 90s. They started the band at around early 90s, 92, 93. I was high school back then. Nag-peak yung popularity nila. Mga late 90s na to 2001. Disclaimer muna, no? So, before I say my opinion, I wanna say that I am a super fan of Eraserheads. When I was growing up, I was a teenager nung kasikatan nila. I was around 15, 16 years old nung lumabas yung mga first 2 or 3 albums nila. The first one was Ultra Electromagnetic Pop. Excuse me. The second one was Circus. And then, nung lumabas yung Circus, nalampasan pa niya yung kasikatan ng Ultra Electromagnetic Pop. And then the third one was Caterpillar. Nung time na yon, nung lumabas yung Caterpillar, talaga sobrang laki na ng Eraserheads. There's no band that can beat them. Yung sumusunod na sa kasikatan niya or popularity niya was River Maya. But then, even River Maya admitted that they cannot beat Eraserheads. On the fourth album, you had they did Fruitcake. Fruitcake is an all-English concept album na Christmas ang tema. During that time, it was really mind-blowing to hear or to experience yung paborito mong banda doing something so different na hindi pa nagagawa ng kahit sinong banda sa Pilipinas. So, after nung Fruitcake, naglabas naman sila ng another album, 1999. And then, another one after that is around 2001, Carbon Stereoxide. And then, in between those albums, meron pa silang mga tinatawag na EP, Extended Play. Mga singles na lumalabas in between. I'm proud to say that I experienced and I was a witness through that era of the Eraserheads peak. A little bit of a story. Ganito ako kalaking fan ng Eraserheads dati. I have a best friend na kapareho ko na super fan din ng Eraserheads. And during that time, nung around late 90s, I was in college. We were so obsessed with Eraserheads that we stalked yung bahay ni Ellie Buendia. Nalaman ng kaibigan ko kung saan siya nakatira. Tapos, tinok namin yung bahay. Nag-abang kami dun sa labas ng bahay, sa pintuan ng bahay ni Ellie Buendia. Kasikatan na nila yan, ha? They were so popular and he's just renting a house, a simple house sa Teachers Village sa may UP Diliman. So anyway, nag-abang kami ron sa labas ng bakuran niya, hoping lang talaga that he will be there. We don't know kung nandun siya or wala. We don't even know kung may tao sa loob. We were just so starstruck dun sa structure ng bahay, telling ourselves na, wow, this is the house of Ellie Buendia, our idol. And then suddenly, lumabas siya. Lumabas siya dun sa bahay niya, sa pintuan dun sa may gate. Can you imagine? Tapos nakita niya may dalawang young college student na nakaabang dun sa may pintuan ng bahay niya. And kaming dalawa, of course, I was so starstruck kasi this is Ellie Buendia at the peak of his popularity, at the peak of the power of the Eraserheads. And he was just looking down to us. Tapos he was just casually saying, ano ginagawa niyo dyan? Ba't kayo nandyan? Kumain na ba kayo? Nauuhaw ba kayo? Gusto niyo na may inom? Inoferan niya kami ng may inom. Of course, kami dalawang magkaibigan, we don't even know kung ano yung inumin na ibibigay niya sa amin. So, of course, we said, hindi kami makapagsalita. We said, okay po, Sir Eli. And then paglabas niya, so he went inside his house, tapos paglabas niya, meron siyang dala na isang baso ng gatas. As in gatas, glass of milk for the two of us. Binigay niya sa aming magkaibigan yan. Tapos, pumasok siya ulit sa loob ng bahay niya. May mga kasama pala siya na doon. Apparently, nag-video game yata sila. So anyway, naiwan kaming dalawang magkaibigan doon sa labas ng bahay. We were just holding on to that glass of milk na binigay sa amin ni Eli Buendia. Tapos, nagsasalitan kaming inumin. Nagsasalitan kaming inumin yung gatas hanggang sa maubos namin yung last patak of gatas na binigay sa amin ni Eli. And it was so surreal. In my head, oh my God, I am drinking the milk of Eli Buendia, the most popular band frontman in the world to me that time. So I was it was like a dream come true for me. Anyway, so my point is, ganun ako ka-fan ng Eraserheads. Lahat ng albums nila, lahat ng almost all of the concerts nila, pinupuntahan namin as much as I can. And then, pag may mga mall shows, nagka-cutting kami ng classes para makapunta sa mall shows, makapagpa-picture, pa-autograph sa mga sleeves ng cassette. Wala pang CD noon kasi mahal lang CD. Hindi ako makabili ng CD. All I can buy are cassette tapes. So, kompleto ako noon. I have all the magazines that features them. Even yung mga newspaper clippings, posters, basta everything and anything about the Eraserheads. I would hoard it and I will keep it. So that's how much of a fan I was. And I still am until now. Eli Buendia and the group is now in their 50s. 50 years old na sila, mahigit. Nag-break up sila nung 2001 after the last album, Carbon Stereoxide. And during that time, of course, it was a big news. Everyone was devastated. Everyone was parang it's an end of an era that time. So, break up, tapos as far as we know, it was not a good breakup. Meaning, may nag-away sa kanila, si Raymond yata, at saka si Eli. As far as we know, wala na, it's done. The Eraserheads is done. Tapos na ang era ng Eraserheads. Cut to 2008, finally nagkaroon ng reunion. Of course, we were there. Kasi nung 2001, nung nagka-breakup sila, it was also sudden. Tapos nung 2008, nagkaroon ng reunion concert. To me, that was the closure. It was called the final set pa nga. Parang to me, okay, hindi na kayo magkakabalikan, okay lang. But 2008, reunion concert, di ba? I got to see the final set ng kanilang musical genius. And then after that, kanya-kanya na silang buhay. Si Eli Buendia, meron ng sariling mga solo projects. So are the other three, si Raymond Marasigan, Buddy Zabala, and Marcos Adoro. May kanya-kanya ng buhay. The world moved on. Cut to 2022, nagkaroon ng another reunion. During that time, 2022, I was not really that interested anymore sa second reunion. Kasi feeling ko, I had my closure. So, nagkaroon na ng closure, nasarado na yung chapter na yun. And I felt like parang the 2008 reunion was the final set. So, 2022, we still watched the concert. It was a good concert. It was a very good production. I watched it with my kids. I'm just glad that my kids now, they appreciate the Eraserheads. Naging fan na rin sila ng Eraserheads. So, we watched the 2022 reunion concert with the kids and they enjoyed it so much. So anyway, that's it. That's the last reunion concert, probably. And then that time, I thought, okay, that's it. It's done. The Eraserheads, tapos na. Let's move on. Now, 3 years later, 2025, may lumabas na documentary film about the events of that reunion ng 2022. So, at the end of that documentary, I haven't seen the documentary film, by the way, because I don't feel like I need to. Kasi feeling ko, the 2022 closure was more, the 2022 concert was more than enough closure para mag-move on. So, hindi ko pa pinanood yung 2025 na documentary. It's called Combo on the Run. Tapos at the end of that film, the documentary film, there's an announcement. And people are talking about it. And that announcement nga is yung sinabi ni Ellie Buendia that wala nang huling El Bimbo because ayaw niya na mag-reunion concerts because the Eraserheads is here to stay. Ibig sabihin, they are a band again. Tinanggal na nila yung label na disbanded. The Eraserheads, buo na ulit. So, ano ang feeling ko? Anong pakiramdam ko about it? Bago ko sabihin yung pakiramdam ko, let me know muna down in the comments if you're an Eraserheads fan. How do you feel about it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Or feeling nyo ba it's a good decision to get back together as a band permanently? For me, I have mixed reactions, mixed emotions about it. On one hand, as I said kanina, feeling ko tapos na yung era na yun. And I don't want to see them grow old while still performing, holding on to that last bit of popularity that they had 20, 30 years ago. Alam niyo yung tinatawag na Fat Elvis era? Fat Elvis, as in si Elvis Presley nung mataba na siya. It was in the mid-70s to the around late 70s. Namatay siya noong 1977. But the Fat Elvis era, it was the era na he was just so old and he was just wala na yung magic niya. It was kinda pathetic to see Elvis Presley that time na struggling to sing, can't even dance because he's fat. Tapos yung concert stage niya was in Las Vegas and hindi na siya makapuno ng mga seats. So hindi na ganun kadami yung nanonood sa kanya. That was the Fat Elvis era. That's a scenario na I don't wanna see happen sa Eraserheads. I want them to grow old na intact yung image nila as young musicians full of energy and full of insightful youth. I know it's selfish. Feeling ko all fans naman has that say dun sa fandom nila o dun sa mga idol nila of my image, of the image of the artist or of the idol sa head nila. To me, yeah, I know it's kind of selfish, but to me I want that to be intact dun sa image ng Eraserheads. I don't want to see the time na Eraserheads pa rin sila, tas wala nang pumapansin. That's a sad scenario for me. Sa kabilang banda naman, kaya mix ang reaction ko kasi, sa kabilang banda, I also want the Eraserheads na ma-experience ng generation ngayon. 'Di ba? The generation of the Gen Z, the skibidi generation, the brain rot generation. Although they're not the same Eraserheads that they used to be in the 90s, but at least that kind of music, sana makapture ulit nila. Tapos sana, I'm hoping na makapture ulit nila yung that energy and that power of the music of the 90s. So anyway, I was hoping na ma-impluwensyahan nila ng Eraserheads, ng bagong Eraserheads, yung music scene ngayong 2025. Bigyan natin sila ng chance. Baka naman meron pa silang bagong masasabi. Baka naman meron pa silang mga insights or mga stories na masasabi na unique sa pagiging matanda. As I said, they're in their 50s now. And when they were writing the most popular songs, they were in their early 20s to mid-20s. Ngayon, nasa mga around 50 years old na sila. Maybe there's something else to say. There's something left na mapatunayan ng Eraserheads. And let's give it a chance. Let's wait and see. Tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari. Kung maganda yung nagawa nila, suporta pa rin naman yan eh. Kung hindi maganda yung magagawa nila in the future, ngayong 2025 na mga bagong kanta at bagong concerts, suporta pa rin. I will never bash the Eraserheads because I love them. They are the sound and the music and the voice of my generation, of my youth. I will never ever bash the Eraserheads, and I will forever be grateful sa mga nagawa nila sa music industry. And sa nagawa nila sa paglagay ng pakiramdam or sa paglagay ng soundtrack or doon sa pag-validate ng mga feelings ng mga teenager noong 90s hanggang early 2000s. I'm thankful for that. Anyway, so, yun na lang muna. That's my thought. Usapang lasing sa pagbabalikan ng Eraserheads ngayong 2025. Salamat sa pakikinig. Let me know down in the comments what you think. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.